Today we are going to Iceland. There is a scandal happening right now and I wanna hear your opinion. I will share all the information that I was able to collect, and my question is, should she be criminally responsible or she just crossed moral ethical boundary, or neither? So we are talking about Ásthildur Lóa Þórsdóttir. Last year she became a Minister of Children and Education in Iceland, but she resigned few days ago due to this scandal. So what happened? In the interview for the media, she said that she had a relationship with a 15-year-old boy when she was 22 years old. They met in a religious group. A former group member gave the interview for the media and said that she joined this group when she was around 16 years old. She was really funny, always cheerful and happy, and she was a role model during this time I knew her. So this group is not active today anymore. They were gathering for around 10 years during the 80s. It was a community of young people who had experienced a religious awakening, and they met to sing, play, pray, and live a joyful spiritual life together. This group wasn't a registered congregation. According to this former member, there were no mentors in this group. They were all equal and they gathered together to support one another. She also denies that she was a boy's mentor. But what is even more important, she got pregnant by this boy and she gave birth to a son when this boy was 16 years old and she was 23. This boy was present at his son's birth and a year after, but when she met her now husband, she started to preventing the son's father for seeing him. So this 16-year-old boy, well 17 then, was cut out of his son's life, but he needed to pay child support for 18 years. It's good that he was paying child support, but at the same time she was preventing the access to his son. What is also important information, that back then the age of consent was 14 years old. So according to the law, she didn't do anything wrong. Now the age of consent in Iceland is 15 years old. However, Icelandic law includes provisions that prohibit sexual relationships between individuals under 18 and those in position of authority over them, such as teachers or mentors. Like I mentioned, this former member said that when he was in this group, there were no mentors, but he left when this relationship started to form. So he didn't have a clue about this relationship. He found out about it when we all did. And also she denies that she was the mentor. But I want to hear your thoughts. She's calling that a mistake of her youth. It's have been 36 years. A lot of things have changed in that time, and I would definitely have dealt with these issues differently today. So by the law, 14 was age of consent back then. However, she might or she might not be his mentor, and later on she prevented him to see his son. We don't know anything about the relationship between him and his son. Hopefully they were able to build a relationship, but we all know that this doesn't compare to being with your child since the start. This case caused a discussion in Iceland regarding power dynamics and the legal responsibilities of mentors and educators, and they also want the authorities to further look into this case and further review it legally and ethically.